Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Raya Namaskritya 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 Devan Saraswati Vyasa. This is the Tirobhav function of Ashtasaraswati Shri Pandit Sri Krishna's Babaji Maharaj Bhakti Tirth. And this is Tirobhav function, the day he entered into the 2019 at the age of 101 years old. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, Prahlad Maharaj is teaching his fellow students, and he's teaching about Bhakti, 7th canto, chapter 7. And he explains how to attain bhava, how to come to attain bhava and prema for Krishna. And in text 7th canto, chapter 7, verse 30, Prahlad Maharaj says, Guru Shushrusha Bhaktya Sara Labda Arpanena Cha Sangena Sarabhaktanam Ishara Danena Cha. Translation. This first line is what I want to talk about. Is the first line. It says Guru Shushu Shreya Bhaktya Sarva Labda Arpanena Cha. So when he's describing to his students how to attain bhava and how to attain prema, he describes it all depends on Guru. So he says, Guru Shushushaya. Shushushaya means one should obediently hear from the Guru, hear Aikatara from the Guru. And one should attend to the Guru and serve the Guru. By offering obedience to the Guru with love and devotion, and that's the way he says, Shushu means obedience, it means to hear, like Shravan means to hear from the Guru, to obediently serve the Guru with one's body, mind, and words. And then it says Bhaktya. Bhaktya means to serve the Guru with love, with bhakti, with devotion, with affection. This says Sarva Labda Arpanena. Arpan means with your hands you should offer whatever you acquire. Sarva Labda, whatever you acquire, whatever you have in your possession, you should offer it for the seva and pleasure of Sri Guru. Sri Guru Seva. Like we have a phrase that says, Man Tan Dan Guru Samarpan. The same word as their arpan. Everything should, our body, our tan, our mind, our words, man, tan, dan, and our assets, our wealth, our talent, anything we have should be offered for the pleasure and seva of Sri Guru. This is the way to get bhava and prema, because bhava and prema comes by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So Krishna is observing all the activities of the disciple, because Krishna appears before us as Sri Guru. So that's why it's often said, the way you treat Guru, the way you respect Guru, the way you serve Guru, is the way you treat Krishna, the way you respect Krishna, the way you serve Krishna. Because we can't see Krishna, we can't speak to Krishna, we can't get corrected by Krishna, but we can see Sri Guru, we can serve Sri Guru, we get corrected by Sri Guru. So some people, they minimize the position of Guru. They think I'm initiated, I can do bhakti on my own. I don't need a connection with the Guru. I don't need the mercy of Guru. This is far from the truth. Very far from the truth. So this day we have to think about Guru and in principle, and specifically the Guru Pandit Krishna Babaji, who for most of you is your Param Guru, and some of you is your Diksha Guru. So when we remember Gurudev, we have to remember what did he represent? What did he represent? What did he teach? Right before our teeth, there was a bhajan sung by the devotees called Sucha Kirtan. Sucha Kirtan is a Bengali bhajan biography of Pandit Sri Krishna Babaji. It talked about his diksha from Standas Babaji. It talked about his teaching. It talked about his living in Braj. It talked about his bhajan. His whole life was in one bhajan. A very beautiful bhajan. So when we think of Panditji, we can't help but think of Srimad Bhagavatam. But he was a Bhagavad Pandit, he was a Bhagavad Acharya. He knew the Bhagavatam inside and out. So he was always teaching Bhagavatam, and always teaching. Pandit Sri Krishna was called an Adhyapik Pandit. Adhyapik Pandit means he was a teacher. He taught Shastra, and he taught Sanskrit, Vyakaran, and Kavya, and all these things to so many students. So we want to worship Guru, we want to connect with Guru, we should follow his example. So he was always teaching Bhagavatam, even at the last year of his life. He gave 1 month kata, Kartik Maina, he gave 1 month kata on the whole Bhagavatam. He went through the whole Bhagavatam. I sat in those classes there in Bengali. I could understand some Bengali. So he went through first all 12 cantos in 1 month. It was fantastic. And when he didn't look at the book, he just spoke. He knew all the commentaries. He knew the tikas of Sanatana Goswami, and Jiva Goswami, and Vishnu Chakravarti. He knew all the commentaries by heart. So he was a great Pandit. His title was Pandit. He was Pandit Sri Krishna. So we as his followers, as his Shishya and Grand Shishya, we should also become learned in the Shastra. We should study the Bhagavatam every day. Because if you want to bring the mercy of someone in your life, you have to follow their example. So his example, he lived the Bhagavatam, he breathed the Bhagavatam, he taught the Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam is very important for him. And you see very early, because he spoke several languages. He knew Hindi perfectly, Bengali perfectly. He was a Bengali Brahmin from birth. He knew English perfectly. So 50 years ago, 1969, he translated Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu into English. He translated Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu into English, plus the commentaries of Jiva Goswami and Vishnu Chakravarti on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. This was published by the Gaudiya Math Guru of Bhakti Ridhar Ban Maharaj in Vrindavan, 1969. I have a copy of that also. So good in an introduction, it gives all credit to Pandit Sri Krishna for translating it. He said, without his knowledge, I wouldn't be able to do anything. So he was a great Pandit. So it was predicted that even in 1969, the Gurudev would preach in English. He would initiate Western people. So he initiated one Western person. Me. So I'm the Kripapatra, I'm the English-speaking Kripapatra of Pandit Sri Krishna Babaji Maharaj. That's our great fortune. That's the the fruit of our life is to have a diksha from him. So he expected us also to become very learned, and especially we can understand how important Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is. 2 books are important to followers of Pandit Sri Krishna, or Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Govinda Lilamrita, and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. All the Goswami books. Gurudev always used to say, one thing I really liked what he said. He said, what is the need for new books by new acharyas? Because Rupa and Sanatan Rupa Sanatan were personally trained and taught Bhakti Gaudiya Vaishnava Siddhanta by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. He said the whole Madhya Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya chapter 19 to 25 is called Rupa Shiksha and Sanatana Shiksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sakshat Shiksha to Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So Rupa Sanatana are the foundation of Gaudiya Siddhanta. And everything they wrote is perfect. Everything they wrote is complete. Priyad Bhavatamrita, Hari Bhakti Vilas, Ujjvala Nilamani, all the books, Savamala, all the books of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami are so important. What else is needed? We need to study these books, understand these books. That's why Pandit Baba, he always used to say, when I would bring to him new books that would come out, new commentaries and books by different people. He said, what is the need? Why don't you study the original books of the 6 Goswamis? Everything is there, they didn't forget everything. They didn't leave anything out. Jiva Goswami Bhatt was the greatest scholar in the world. He wrote 100,000 slokas, satsandarbhas, really describing everything about bhakti, sambandha, avideya, prayojan, and everything. So we're followers of traditional traditional Vaishnava, Vaita Parivar, Nityananda Parivar, Gadadhar Parivar. We emphasize, we find our authority and find our shelter and find our supreme Param Praman in the writings of the 6 Goswamis. So this is one lesson that Gurudev taught me. When I would ask him different questions about Tattva and philosophy, he would first say, where is that in the Goswami books? Where do you see this idea of 2 Sarups in the spiritual world? Is this in Goswami books? Many different points of Tattva. He was a strict follower of the 6 Goswamis and a strict follower of his Guru Parampara and his Vaita Parivar. So on this day we should remember how strict he was, how it's called orthodox, how orthodox he was to the 6 Goswamis. As Gaudiya Vaishnavas like to speak and like to write. So there's hundreds and thousands of books come out every year, published by different authorities and gurus and Gaudiya Sampradaya. And life is very short. We don't have time to read every single book. We should know 10 books very well, inside and out. Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Goswami Granth, all the books of Rupa Goswami. There's 25 books of Rupa Goswami. There's 6 or 8 books by Sanatana Goswami. We should know these books inside and out. If we know these books, we'll know everything, because they were taught by Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. And Raghunath Das Goswami, he was in 16 years in Jagannath Puri, receiving so many teachings from Sri Damodar Goswami. All over those teachings are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But when Raghunath Das Goswami came to Vrindavan and stayed in Radhakund, there he met Rupa Sanatana. Rupa Sanatana became his Bhajan Shiksha Gurus. And they inspired him and they empowered him to write all Rasa Shastra and all kinds of Rasa Shastra and how to do bhajan and Raganuga Bhakti, Manjri Bhava Upasana, to worship Radha and Krishna in the mood of Manjri. This was brought forth most explicitly, most elaborately by Raghunath Das Goswami Bhatt. So they had everything is there. Rupa Raghunatha Padi Harvyakati. Rupa means Rupa Sanatana, Raghunath Das Goswami. These 3 acharyas and all the books they wrote is all the books we need. We need to study these books with our teachers and gurus and worship these books and understand them. So this is a teaching, this is an example that we received from Gurudev. And what's another thing we can say about Gurudev? He was Saralata. Saralata means transparent. He was simple. simple in his dealings. He was straightforward, totally honest, no duplicity, no kapat bhav, totally transparent and transcendental. So we should become like this. We should remember him and say, there's some deceit in me, there's some dishonesty in me, there's some cheating tendency in me. So, O Gurudev, O Param Gurudev, please make me like you, make me Saralata. This is one of the 26 qualities of Vaishnava, is Saralata. Straightforward. Straightforward means simple. Doesn't mean foolish or stupid. It means simple and straightforward, honest in dealings. You can only be honest. You can only be honest in your dealings and your such behavior. If your heart is clear, your mind is pure. If the heart is clear and the mind is pure, then your sadachar and your behavior is paka sadachar. You treat everyone properly and you behave properly and you speak properly. The sign of a devotee is behavior. Behavior is the bhushan of a devotee, sadhu bhushanam. Qualities and behavior. We have to have devotional spiritual qualities, we have to have spiritual behavior. So Gurudev, Pandit Krishna's Babaji Maharaj was a perfect example of perfect qualities and perfect behavior. So we're followers of him, so we should carry on and be representatives of him. Just like an ambassador to India, he goes to France, he goes to some other country. There's an Indian ambassador, there's an Indian embassy in France, there's an Indian embassy in Canada, there's an Indian embassy in London, in England, and there's an ambassador that represents India. So his behavior, his teachings, his activities are representing India. So each disciple is representative of his guru. Should always keep his honest, like I always say, keep Krishna in your heart and Gurudev's feet on your head. This is a formula, handkerchief. This is a formula for success. Keep Krishna in your heart. Always keep Krishna's lotus feet in your heart. Keep Guru's feet on your head. Notice our head is at the feet of Guru. Then we're covered. Our heart and head is the main problems. Our heart, our emotions, our sentiments, our feelings, our impulses, and our thinking, our craving, our desiring. This is thinking and feeling and willing. So the heart and mind. So the heart is fixed on lotus feet of Krishna, and the mind is fixed on lotus feet of Guru. Guru Shiksha, Guru's instruction. So when I ask Gurudev different instructions, he says, always read Bhagavatam, always meditate or sit a day, and always remember Ramakrishna's pastimes. Astakaya Lila. That's what he told us. And he said, try to help other people. Try to teach others and help other people. If you receive something, you give it to others, that you should do. This is called Karuna. We're worshippers of Radharani, and she's the most compassionate personality. We say, Gurudev said we should give Krishna to others. Who is the biggest person? Who is a perfect example of giving Krishna to others? Radharani. Radharani in Kunjalila. Radharani enjoys with Krishna in Kunjalila. Then she tells Shamsundar, she said, listen, why don't you go, there's so many other Sakhis, Lalita Sakhis there, Vishaka, Chitra, Champa, Vijaleka, Ungadevi, Sudevi, Tungavidya. They're all sitting, they're all in their kunjas. They're all sitting by themselves in their kunjas. Why don't you go there and serve them and enjoy with them? So Krishna says, no, I want to stay with you. And she says, no, my wish is that you go satisfy them. So Radharani, it starts with Radharani. Who started the idea of giving Krishna to other people? to other devotees. Radharani. It goes from there. So because sometimes Radharani confirms. It's such a vacha. So Radharani is the biggest giver of Krishna. So when she takes her bhav, her Kruna bhav, takes form, it becomes Mahaprabhu. Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurasya Se Namah. So Mahaprabhu is Radharani's bhav, her Kruna bhav, Radharya bhav, and her Prem bhav, Mahabhav Prem, is given it to all of us. So remembering Gurudev, another thing, the Gurudev always was giving Krishna others by Harikatha, and had another important way of giving Krishna others, he always gave prasadam. I never thought I'm busy, it's too much trouble. It was almost like it was a program, it was his habit. As soon as someone came to see Gurudev, he immediately say, take prasad. And when I go to see him, I have a long list of questions. I want to ask him so many questions. And I would take out my notebook and set up my recorder. He would take my notebook and put it on the bed and take my recorder. Go take prasad. I would do my thing. I would set up, I'm going to ask questions and record them. He's okay, very nice. I would take the notebook out of my hand and put it down. Now go take prasad. I said, well, I'll take later. Take now. So that was the first thing. So I gave Krishna for prasadam. Krishna is Sakshat Krishna Rupam. So we had a habit of doing that ourselves before we saw Gurudev do this. But now, because people come to visit us, we're living here for some time. So we always think, what do I have to do now? I have to give them Krishna. I have to give them prasadam. Give them a cup of water and prasad. So I never saw anyone that didn't come to Gurudev and get prasadam. That was a major thing. I myself have visited different devotees, and they go, they greet you, they give you a seat, but often they don't give you water, and very rarely they give you any prasadam. But even my friends, even known friends come to see me, I sit and I give them prasadam. So this thing we should pick up and spread. This we should spread this. This is one of the main teachings of Gurudev is behavior. Behaving, thinking love, feeling love, meditating love, serving love, and distributing love. Love is the only thing missing in this world is love. So in Rupa Goswami's Devotional, he describes six ways to give love. What's that verse?
ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति गुह्यम् आख्याति पृच्छति भुङ्क्ते भोजयते चैव षड्विधं प्रीतिलक्षणम्.
This verse 4, Upadeshamrita, Rupa Goswami says, Priti Sadgana Priti Lakshanam. Priti Lakshanam. Priti means love, prem, pyar. There's 6 symptoms of this. What are they? Giving gifts, receiving gifts, giving prasadam, receiving prasadam, giving your mind and heart, and giving your mind and heart to some devotee, and accepting one's mind and heart, and dealing with them and trying to help them. These are the symptoms of Priti Lakshana for a devotee. So we should be like this also. This is another great teaching of Gurudev. He didn't just talk philosophy, he was practical acting. He showed philosophy, that's more important. It says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they wear their philosophy. Wear, that means their behavior, their sadachar is more important than their tattva praman. Sadachar is the most important thing. Vaishnava sadachar, proper conduct behavior. Nathalila describes, Lord Chaitanya, he said, Krishna's Maharaj is describing, the Lord Chaitanya saw bad conduct, he saw bad behavior, bad conduct with devotees, he would become very angry. He said, Mane Krode, his mana would become filled with anger. His Maryada, word in Bengali is same in Sanskrit. Maryada Langana. Maryada Langana. There's a breed Maryada, like we say Ramchandra is Maryada avatar. He's the Lord of, he follows all the right conduct, all the right rules and regulations, proper behavior, proper conduct. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees bad conduct, bad behavior, he becomes very angry. His mind becomes angry. So I know sometimes, I don't know what I will say that. Could I do this? But the thing is, we should try to behave properly at all times. So another thing I was thinking of when I was singing this song, this Shusha Kirtan, the last bhajan they sang in Bengali was glorifying Gurudev's whole life. It's called the biography of a Vaishnava in a bhajan. It's called Shusha Kirtan. I don't know who wrote it, maybe Hari Charan Das probably, I don't know who wrote it. But his whole life he talked about Sadhana Baba, initiating him, and teaching Baba to him, being a Bhakti Tirtha. The word Bhakti Tirtha is in the song. Not many things were there. But I was thinking that this is the day, we celebrate this day. It's called Utsav, Tirobhav Utsav. Utsav means the festival. It's a cause of celebration. Because my Gurudev was Avirbhav, my Gurudev was manifest, he showed us the way to go to Krishna. He showed us the way to go to Krishna. By bhajan, by seva, by puja, all the different limbs of devotion. Living in Brajadam, worshipping Thakurji, serving Vaishnavas, serving, hearing Bhagavatam, associating with devotees, worshipping Thakurji. He taught all the basic Panchanga Bhakti of devotional service. So now, on this day, he entered into his Manjri Swarup. I was thinking, he's there. All disciples know the Manjri name of Gurudev. And he's there right now serving Radharani. That's a very inspiring thought. He's there. And I was with him here in Sadhguru for 30 years. So, and sometime, sooner or later, I hope to go to that realm and also follow in service. Narottam Das Thakur prays in Prarthana, verse 42, he says, Guru Sakhi Bhamya. When will I stay by the side of my Guru Sakhi? I'll stay by the side of my Guru Sakhi. And Guru Manji, my Guru Sakhi will introduce me to Guru Manji will introduce me to Radharani and Krishna for a seva. The beautiful bhajan, number 42 in person. Guru Sakhi Bhame, I'll be by the side, by the left side. Bhame means left side, I'll be by the left side of Guru. Why? Because senior's always on your right side. So, Guru Sakhi Bhame, I'll be on the left side of my Guru. He'll introduce me to Rupa Goswami. So that's what I'm waiting for. That's what everyone should wait for. When will Gurudev take us to the spiritual world, hold us, take our hand, and introduce us to Rupa Manjri, Rupa Goswami, engage us in the Nitya Seva Radha Govinda Yugal and the Kunjas of Vrindavan. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. So, another point that we can say is the Avirbhav and Tirobhav. A Guru is manifest, Avirbhav manifest. We can see him, we can touch his feet, put our hand on his feet. We do so many sevas for him. And he's quite visible and tangible and available to us. But then when he leaves and enters into the, it's called Tirobhav. But the word Bhav is still there, which means manifestation. So when Guru leaves, he leaves our external vision, he manifests in the heart. He manifests in the heart, and we can see him in the heart. Any sincere devotee can always see his Guru in his heart. His Guru will speak to him, will guide him, will protect him, will elevate him, will liberate him also. One is never separated. The genuine disciple is never separated from Guru. Of course, it's a sad day for it's a source of sadness. The Guru is not here, but it's a kind of magical thing because when the Guru is physically present, you don't feel his presence so much in your heart. Because you see him every other day. You see him, you touch him, you see him, you touch his feet or whatever. But whatever your disciple experiences when the Guru leaves, enters into all of a sudden he manifests another manifestation in the heart. The sporty it's like an appearance in the heart. That's why he says, Tirobhav is Tirobhav on one level, is Tirobhav on another level. Externally, he disappeared from my senses, my eyes and my ears, but he Tirobhav, he appeared in my heart. I have that direct experience. And Hari Charan does also. Any intimate, sincere disciple have the same experience. That's a very, very positive thing. In other words, because the relationship with Shishya and Guru is Nitya, so how's it Nitya? He's not here, but he's here. So you say Krishna is inside, he's outside. Chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita, verse 4. Mayamidam vedam mayachatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktam vastani sarvam. What's that? Nachayam yeah. So Krishna is inside the heart, he's also outside the heart. The Gurudev is outside the heart, he's also inside the heart. The Gurudev and Krishna are one Tattva, one reality. Guru is Krishna, Krishna is Guru. So that's all I want to say today about the glories of Pandit Sri Krishna's Babaji. Thank you for your attention. Pandit Sri Krishna's Babaji, Tirobhav Utsav ki. Jai Jai Shri Ram.